So Packers fans are supposed to be loyal to the bone and just always gold pack, gold, don't you know, green and gold till I'm dead and cold. Oh, yeah, that old thing. But they're about to be exposed. All right, so you had two back-to-back Hall of Fame quarterbacks, were Brett Favre and then allegedly Aaron Rodgers. 30 years, 3 decades of quarterback play, and now you're just going to... Because I'm not old enough to remember when the Packer fans had a tough time selling out Lambeau. They played half their games in Milwaukee. There were some very lean years in the 70s and 80s, and they're about to revert back to it. And like when the tide goes out, you get to see who's skinny dipping. And unfortunately, we're going to see some butt-ass naked Packers fans. We'll be like, oh, who's the most fair weather fans? Green Bay. Also, we saw that at the beginning of the season. But this is a long way of getting to lids. So the hat seller, actually, I think I got this hat at lids. Anyways, they also sell jerseys. They're one of the largest jersey retailers in the country. And every year they put out this infographic where number one selling jersey by state. And I feel like part of it is that they're trying to stir up controversy because like no one checks these numbers. Like no one goes, it's like, we need an internal audit of lids to prove that these are actually correct. But what was really interesting this year is Wisconsin. So you would think that Wisconsin, Packers, that the number one selling jersey would be Christian Watson or Quay Walker or Jair Alexander or something like that. Nope. Apparently, according to Lids, the number one selling jersey in the state of Wisconsin was Justin Fields. Dun, dun, dun. The crooked Chicago Bears quarterback who had a bust-out season this year. Well, as a runner, sure. But so I know what you're saying immediately. There's a lot of Bears fans that live in southern Wisconsin and, in the Milwaukee area, fully understand that. But I mean, there's way more Packers fans that live in the rest of the state. So I'm not buying the fact that, a bunch of Bears fans just bought a bunch of Justin Fields jerseys, so that's why it is the way that it is. No, ain't buying that at all. Oh, by the way, so apparently they took over Indiana. And yeah, I'm sure there's a large Bears contingent, across the river in Chicago. Well, not across the river, but like Gary, Indiana, Hammond, that area, sure. But I mean, it says a lot when the quarterback of a team who's not even in your state is the number one jersey seller. I don't know, man. And again, I thought the Packers fans were supposed to be loyal to the core, right? They're supposed to load up on jerseys. And jerseys are interesting because they're a relatively durable good, right? So it's like you're not buying a new jersey of the same player every single year, although maybe a different style, sure. So what usually happens in these lists is usually it's a player who changed teams in free agency, and then their jersey gets scooped up, a la Tom Brady going to the Bucs a couple years ago, or a rookie like Michigan, Aiden Hutchinson. So that makes sense. So again, how come the Packers the Wisconsin's number one selling jersey isn't Christian Watson, or it isn't Quay Walker, or isn't Jair Alexander, who is a stud for them now? Like that's the question. Like, what the hell is going on? But of course, Minnesota, Jefferson, North Dakota. Now, I thought that North Dakota was supposed to be all in on Carson Wentz. How come the number one selling jersey in Nodak is Adam Thielen, which Detroit Lakes heading towards that direction? Sure, but how come it isn't Carson Wentz and the Commies? I mean, the year before it was Carson Wentz on the Colts. The year before that it was Carson Wentz and the Eagles. I don't know, man, but. Again, is this data accurate, or is this just a way to tweak Wisconsin fans, which I'm for either way? And Fields is going to be a stud. Hopefully they can surround him with some talent. Actually, no, hopefully they don't. Screw him. Where the Bears are going to ruin Justin Fields, but is what it is. But it's so funny that, Wisconsin fans, I mean, you can't load up on the Rodgers retirement jersey tour. Can't do that, huh? But, I mean, the rest of this map. All right, so, Saquon in Jersey, Josh Allen in New York, TJ in Pittsburgh, West Virginia. All this makes sense. Lamar Jackson in the DMV area. But also a lot of random Cowboys, which kind of bugs me. So we got Dak in the Carolinas, which, I don't know, like Dak Prescott is really outselling Carolina Panthers jerseys. I guess the Panthers had a down year. Kyle Pitts in Georgia, sure. Derrick Henry. Big Titans contingent heading down to, Oxford and whatnot. Dak Prescott. Actually, how come Dak Prescott isn't the number one seller in Mississippi? I mean, Mississippi State. We need more cowbell. And then the rest of the map. So, yeah, Dak Prescott in Alaska. Jumping George Kittle is huge in Hawaii. How come it's not Mariota? Or how come it's not Tua? That doesn't make any sense. But, Devonta Adams' new team in Nevada. Justin Herbert in Oregon, I guess. Well, yeah, because he went to school there. But also, it's funny, like, apparently people don't buy jerseys in Vermont, Montana, Idaho, or Wyoming. You think that the number one selling jersey in Wyoming would be Josh Allen since he went there. He's a cowboy, baby. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, Lids could just be making this up to be funny, but I hope that this is true. Like, I hope that Packers fandom is eroding. And the way that the Packers season started out, I mean, like I said, I think it did expose a lot of fair weather fans. So maybe that's why they were behind in jersey sales. And maybe that's why, Justin Fields having a resurgent season. Maybe Southern Wisconsin really rose up. Or maybe Packers fans are starting to get wise. Like, this team is going downhill. So let me get that Bears number 1 jersey. Let me get that Vikings number 18 jersey. Or Vikings number 8 jersey. Come on, man. I love it. I love it. Just tweaking Packers fans. It's like, you're going to get exposed very, very soon, man, because the tide is going out. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Justin Fields, it has the number one in jersey sales in Wisconsin? Question mark. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. We'll support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.